I think it's time to finally get rid of this nasty old seat. I mean, it's been a good seat, but rust has kind of taken its victim here. It's got a really nice seat base to it, and I wish I could save that. But I bought a new seat, and the base is a little different. It's actually, this one you can adjust. You can slide it forward and rear. So we're going to try to get that on the tractor and enjoy a little more comfortable seat. So 2 bolts right there, or a nut and a bolt, are all that hold this seat on. Look at that. It's been a day or two since that's been off of there. And they've got this plate that used to serve as a bracket for the remote valves. So we might modify that, but we'll see. See, it's got a really nice seat base, but I don't think we can reuse it. So here's the old seat. And as you can see, the seat base, this is like 1/4-inch material. And all this bracketry and everything is pretty darn nice. So this is the new seat. This is only 1/8-inch metal. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. This one's got adjustability, so you can actually go forward and back with it. But this is what the dealer recommends to go on there. So apparently they've outdone these, and you can't really get seat bases for them, or you can't get the cushions. So I'm basically stuck with this seat here, so that's the closest thing I can find. And I think that bolt pattern is going to fit. So we'll give her a try. Well, it turns out that these are actually studs that go down into this transmission cover here for the lift arms. So as you can see, the top is fine thread, the bottom is coarse thread. So this top is actually 7/16 by 20. I've already cleaned this one up. This one came out freely. This front one here, it doesn't really want to come out with a lot of messing around. So I'm just going to leave it, and instead I'm going to use a die to kind of, go over the threads and clean that up a bit. And that will be just fine. Now you don't want to just thread this all in at once. You kind of have to get a little bit of feel for it, and you just go back and forth to break the threads clean. And that'll clean those whole threads without breaking this die, which is what you want, because they are expensive. So we'll just basically do this with a little bit of oil to keep things moving. So I got the threads all cleaned up on those, and also I have got a nice coat of paint on these parts. And this is what I've been using in the videos, guys, this Ford Empire Blue. That's the part number. It's a good paint, it dries quick. It's a pretty rugged paint. It's about as close in color as you can get to the original Ford Blue, from what I found anyway, and what's available around here. This is the bracket that belongs under the seat, and I painted the part that's going to be hidden. But this is going to be where I'm going to modify the bracket so that I can hook up the remotes so they won't be dangling. So anyway, I used this drawbar to kind of hold that while I painted it. A multi-purpose thing. Works pretty good. All right. We got a seat on there. See if we can maybe get that plastic off. Oh, that's kind of dumb. So what they did was they bolted this seat on with the plastic on it. So you gotta like rip the plastic from between the seat. I don't like that. That's kind of weird. Yeah, unless you unbolt it, you're gonna have plastic sitting through there. That looks nice though. See that plastic that's in between here? I don't know why they did that. That looks awful. But unless you unbolt this thing, I don't know how you'd get it out of there. That looks like a major pain to do, so we're gonna leave it right there. Overall, I really kind of like this seat. It's got a really nice cushion. I'm curious to see how long it lasts compared to the original one. I had this thing kicking around the garage here for quite a while, so it's really got a lot of dust on it and everything, but it'll clean up nice. And also, this one has an adjustable scale similar to the old machine, the old seat that was on there, probably from the factory. So that's kind of cool, so you can really kind of tailor this seat to whoever drives it. I'm anxious to try this thing out. I think this will be a really nice seat. One thing that this seat has that the old one didn't is that it's adjustable, which is, I think, pretty darn cool. So that'll be nice. I think that'll do quite nicely. That feels really good.